Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, well, now that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is out, we can actually do quite a few interesting experiments with it. So, as you might know by now, on the mission No Russian, they actually added Yuri from MW3 into this game. He wasn't originally in this game, but in MW3, through like some flashbacks, it was shown that he actually participated in some of the events of Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4. In fact, in Modern Warfare Remastered, he was in that game as well. But anyways, so to find Yuri, first you gotta play through the beginning part of No Russian first, and around this part of the mission, when you go up the escalators, there'll be a cop that runs by the corner there and tries to attack you. Well, right before the cop shows up, you'll get a checkpoint at this part. Once you get the checkpoint, just quickly turn around and make your way back down the escalator. You move really slowly at this part, but don't worry, once you get to a certain point, you'll get to sprint again, and from there you'll be fine. But just make your way down the escalator, and at the part where I was zooming at earlier, right here outside this security checkpoint, you'll see Yuri lying on the ground here. So, in MW3 during the flashback, Yuri actually gets betrayed by Makarov, and he gets shot shortly before this mission. And I guess if I recall, he crawled his way out of the elevator later, and was picked up by security here. But they actually reflected that in this game. Although I think his position is slightly different, but yeah, they actually reflected it in this game in the remastered version of MW2. And if you kill him, you even get like a friendly fire. You fail the mission for a friendly fire. Whereas if you attack the other characters, the other squad mates on Makarov's team, you don't get a friendly fire warning, or you don't fail the mission for friendly fire. They actually just turn against you and try to kill you. But Yuri, it does count as friendly fire, and he does show up as friendly here. So that's actually pretty cool that they added him into this game. It's to make it more consistent with MW3. Now, can we save Yuri and bring him with us, or can he only stay here? Well, you sort of can. If you throw a flashbang near him close enough and it goes off, he'll actually stand up and pull out his weapon as well, which is pretty weird actually. But the flashbang does make him stand up, and on top of that, he does hold his weapon a weird way too. And you can see his whole model. He's like really, beat up and not in great shape. And he holds his pistol like so weird. Like part of his arm is like inside his body as well. You can also see like the bullet hole where he got shot too by Makarov in MW3. Although I think my friend told me that it's not where it's supposed to be compared to MW3, but it could be just small change in detail. Maybe if MW3 Remastered comes out, they'll change that as well, or update it in that game if they remaster MW3, which would be cool too. But yeah, so since we can get Yuri to stand up and even pull out his weapon, let's see if we can actually get him to go with us throughout the mission. Because as you saw there, he was just standing there. Because he's not supposed to move around during this mission. He's not supposed to be an active participant on No Russian. But let's try that again and get him up and see if there's anything we could do to move him around. So same thing as before, use the flashbang to get him to stand up. And once he's up, he's a little more mobile. If you throw a grenade near him, he will dodge the grenade and like run away, which gets him to move forward quite a bit actually. And in addition to that, you may have noticed like in older COD games, when you try to like push other players or characters around, you can't. They're like frozen in place, like you can't push them. But Yuri, you can actually push him, and you can move him forward as a result. And pushing Yuri around is pretty frustrating, because sometimes like he moves in weird directions, and other times after he reaches a certain point or after a while, he actually tries to run back to the beginning of the mission. If that sounds familiar to you, then for all the Halo fans watching this, that's pretty much like saving Sergeant Johnson at the end of Halo 3 and then pushing him all the way to the Warthog at the end. Pushing him is okay, but then he always tries to run back, and it pretty much makes it impossible to get him forward. And that's pretty much the same case with Makarov. I mean, not Makarov, with Yuri. Yuri will just keep trying to run back. He doesn't really do anything else. Sometimes when he doesn't run back, you can push him a little bit forward, but ultimately you don't have enough time to push him forward before he runs back. And eventually, if you take too long while pushing him, Makarov loses his patience with you, and he'll say he has no patience for cowards, and then at that point, you're done. There's no point in pushing Yuri anymore, because Makarov and his gang will come back and take you out. So you really don't have, even if you do like manage to push Yuri, it takes too long, and you would not have enough time to push him throughout the rest of the mission. So unless there's some way to push him faster that we haven't figured out yet, this is pretty much the best you can do with saving Yuri. You can get him to stand up and, you know, be somewhat active again, but that's basically the extent of it. There's not really much else you can do with him. But yeah, so hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything else for me to check out or look into in MW2 Remastered, just let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely do my best to check it out. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.